Alex Wallace here from Wallace Training Systems, and today I'm going to teach you how to safely escape from underneath the barbell if you're pinned at the bottom of a squat. A few prerequisites. Number one, I'm assuming you're going to take a high bar position. At least that's what I'm going to encourage if you're relatively new to squatting and squatting alone. Reason being is because it's easier to escape from underneath a high bar position than it is from a low bar position in my experience. Secondly, I'm assuming you don't have a power rack. Obviously, if you have a power rack, you should use it. Set the pins correctly. That way, if you get pinned at the bottom of a squat, all you have to do is slightly sit back and then you're good to go. So again, number one, high bar position. Number two, you don't have a power rack. So if you train at Wallace Training Systems, you know what a high bar squat position is versus a low bar squat position. And if you don't, we'll definitely touch on that when you come back in. But for those of you who don't, high bar basically just means the bar sits high up on your traps. So low bar, it sits more on your rear delts or basically the back of your shoulders. High bar, it sits more on top of your traps. So now that we have that out of the way, let's actually get into how to save yourself if you get pinned underneath a barbell. Let's say we're doing our reps here. High bar position, you don't have a power rack. Much like coronavirus, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So let's say you know you're not gonna get the rep, or halfway up you think there's no chance. This is a very simple bail technique. So you're gonna release with both hands and just jump forward, that's it. It's important that you're not squatting with anything behind you because you will damage it, so check it out. Here, I know I'm not gonna get it. And it really is that simple. So all you have to do, both hands let go at the same time, you jump forward, the bar slides back, and you're completely safe. The only danger to this is if there's something behind you, which you should always clear out a space to work out, especially when you're doing a back squat for this very reason. So now that we have the ounce of prevention, let's look at the pound of cure. Before we go any further, if you like the video, don't forget to like the video. If you've been following our content and you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We appreciate the support. We have the ounce of prevention. Let's look at the pound of cure. So let's say you're squatting and you miss your opportunity. Boom, you're stuck at the bottom of the squat. You might be thinking, Uncle Sam, save me. He can't save you now, so you gotta save yourself. Similar to the last strategy, you want to remove both hands at the same time. The only difference is this thing is going to roll off your back. Understand that if you have a belt on, it will clip the belt and you will end up on your butt, but it's better than standing here all day, especially if it's starting to bother your back. The longer you wait, the worse off you're going to be. So make the decision, both hands come off at the same time. Again, it's going to roll behind you and it's not going to feel great because it's rolling down your back, but check it out here. Just stand up. So again, it really is that simple. Couple points you need to understand. Do not bail forward, especially if you don't have a power rack. Bailing forward is a recipe for disaster. Either you're gonna hit the back of your head, it's gonna roll up over your neck, or you're gonna have to flex so far forward at your lower back under a load that you're not used to flexing your lower back under, you're gonna hurt yourself. Don't bail forward, bail backwards. And again, that's why it's so important that you've cleared out a space to work out. Make sure nothing is behind you or else you will ruin it. Similar to my wife's car behind me, probably should have moved that first. That's the skinny on what to do if you get stuck underneath the barbell. So remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So if you don't think you're gonna get the rep, just bail on it before you get pinned underneath. But if you do get pinned underneath, you need to get out of there. So make the commitment, let it roll down your back. It hurts a little bit, but it's better than being compressed under a load for a very long time. And lastly, remember, do not bail forward. Do not bail forward. Don't bail forward. I can't say that enough times. I've seen it happen several times, and each time I've seen it happen, it has always ended in disaster. So remember, bail backwards and clear out a space behind you in case you have to bail backwards. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video. If you've been following our content and you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. So again, this is the equipment series. We're gonna start going over some things because I know some people have equipment in their house. If you don't have any equipment in your house, that's okay. We've already made a series for you, which I will link above. So if you don't have a barbell, that's okay. If you don't have any equipment, that's okay. We've already made that series. Click the link above. Again, I'm Alex Wallace from Wallace Training Systems, and thanks for watching.